looks very sticky one. In case of combination, some part are having the oil, some part looks very dry, or we can say it is a quite comfortable one than the too much dry and than the too much oily. Then another type is the normal type of skin is there. That is the moderate soft, moderate flexible, as well as moderate dry. So oily face means the thick and shiny skin appearance is there, and that oily face is having the special appearance on the forehead, nose, as well as the chin. So T zone is always affected with the oil, or it is always having the oil on the T zone, means neck, nose, forehead, and chin. Then in the oily face, generally at the site of oily skin, pores are very large and visible, and they are very much prone for the pimples or the acne type of problems, as well as whiteheads and blackheads are most probably developed on the oily faces. The oil film on face is present in after the sleeping. So when the person is in the sleep, so after the sleeping, so the oil will be secreted much more. Then makeup foundation, generally when we are applying your makeup or any kind of specific type of cream we are applying, so most probably for the 2 or 3 hours it will avoid the oil, but after wash out, oils will again come out. Then the flackiness around the nose may be exist because of the dried or the excess oil. Then oily skin is slow to develop discolorations such as freckles, fine lines, as well as wrinkles on the skin edges, because oily skin is always having the more moisture than the dry skin, and the skin get tans very easily. So these are the characteristics of your oily skin or the oily face. Then, as compared to the oily skin, what about the dry skin? So, in the dry skin, most probably redness is there. Then patches of dry is there. Then flaking of the skin is very much common one. Then scaly skin is there, or the scales like structure will be there. Then dry face and dry skin on the face. So most of time the skin is looking very rough one, and very fine wrinkling lines are there, which will show the aged person like. Then skin is generally has fine pores, very small pores are there. That's why oil is not coming out. So skin is not getting moisturized properly. So that's why it having the very dry look. Then apart from this, both we are having the combination of the skin. Most of people are having the combination type of skin, moderately dry and moderately oily. So in this case, the dry skin around the eyes and cheeks, while the rest of areas across the forehead and down toward the nose and chin are oily one. So T zone is very much little bit oily, as well as the eyes and cheeks are having the dry zone. The skin may be oily along the chin, jaw, and temples. Then scaly skin and dry face and skin irritation change with the seasons. So in the combination skin, generally when the season is getting changes, so most of time irritation may be persist as the season is getting changes. Then skin pore are medium in size. Overall the skin appears normal and healthy, and not including those small affected areas that are too oily or the dry. So compared to the too much oily skin and compared to the too much dry skin, combination skin is we can say you having the less problems. Then apart from that, we are having the another kind of peoples that they are having the sensitive skin. So skin is very fine textured and very much thin one. Then frequent skin irritation is there, dry skin on the face and red blotchy patches are there. And when this kind of skin is exposed to the sunlight, as well as the wind or the sudden changes in the temperature suppose is occurs, so in that case sensitive skin will show the redness and blotchy patches on the skin. Then sensitivity to the cosmetics may be possible. So when we are applying the most of your powders are there, moisturizing creams are there. So this kind of cosmetics may not be suitable to sensitive type of skin. Generally, we are applying the lots of uh, preparations from your cosmetic zone, but naturally occurring materials are also there. They can have the ability to treat your type of skin. Generally, natural and synthetic type of products are available in market. So naturally occurring material like vitamin C is there and alcohol is there. So these kind of substances which are available in your fruits, so they are we are separated and we are applying them in the form of synthetic type of material. So both form are there. You can use anyone, but it will be the better to choose the natural type of material like uh, uh, lemon is there or oranges is there. Okay, then there are the so many types of products are available for the taking care of your skin. That is face wash and cleansers are there. Moisturizing cream is there. Lotion is there, and fairness cream are there. So face wash means what? Face wash is the facial care cosmetic type of preparation, as like as your cleansing cream, but it is little bit different than your cleansing cream. Cleansing cream is only utilized to clean your makeup, but the face wash is having the durable action than your face wash than your cleansing cream. The face wash helps to improve the your skin complexation, and it will try to improve the natural gloss of your skin. It will try to rejuvenate your skin, or it will improve the natural health of your skin, as well as it will help. Face wash will help the control the excess oil on your skin. Then it will nourish the skin, and it will try to make up it bright, and it will give the strength to the skin to face the various kind of radiations. Then these are the different types of face wash which are available in the market: sandal, almond, then 24 gold, then skin balancing, blueberry, red berry face wash. So these are the different types of manufacturers. They have developed their own face wash having the different types of contents which are helpful for the nourishment of your skin. Then papaya as a rehydrating face wash is there. So this papaya is a fruit from which we have extracted the papain, and the preparation is developed. Generally, this papaya is helpful for the reducing the dryness, as well as it will rejuvenate your skin, or it will maintain the health of your skin, and it improve the skin complexations. Then another one is there, 24K or 24,000 gold face wash. So gold is used to get the benefit of this gold for the skin. Generally, this kind of face wash is give the beautiful, glowing and youthful skin. It slow down the collagen depletion, and it increases the elasticity of the skin. It stimulates the skin cells and improve the blood circulation in the skin. Generally, this 24K gold face wash is used as a ideal makeup remover also. It reduces the tan, and it is the perfect solution for the glowing of the skin, and it delays the sign of aging, and it nourishes the skin makeup, and it imparts the smoother skin. Then another one type of face wash is there which are natural origin, that is neem and tulsi face wash. So it is also mentioned that your neem is which one type of Ayurvedic formula, or it is the very much good natural source as a skin nourishment. So neem is supported by the, we can say, various kind of another kind of actions as an anti-inflammatory antimicrobial action is there, and it suppresses the acne problems. Then another one is the wheat germ oil is there, which is extracted from the kernel of the wheat grains. Okay, wheat grain oil is the rich source of vitamin B6 and folic acid, as well as the vitamin B complex. Then it contains also magnesium, potassium, and phosphorus. And these are nothing but we can say essential nutrients for the maintaining the health of the skin. Then tulsi is there. Tulsi is already well known one wonderful Ayurvedic plant and for its medicinal utilization. For the beauty purpose also we can use the tulsi. Tulsi has so many beautiful beauty benefits like it lightens your skin as well as it lightens or brighten your skin tone. It gives the soothing action of your skin. It will also avoid the skin problems like acne problem. Then it will help the sensitive type of skin, and it will try to remove the pimples and acnes. Then another kind of face wash are there, like sandal and almond type of face wash are also there. This kind of face wash contain the sandalwood oil as well as the almond oil. So these both are having the we can say their own advantages. This sandalwood oil is taken out from the heartwood of the santalum tree or the sandal tree. This oil is used for its fragrance purpose. In case of cosmetics, most of time we are using the sandalwood oil for the fragrance purpose. In powder also we are using them. It is having a lot of meditative properties, and compared to the other kind of oils, this sandal oil has a sweet as well as a pleasant aroma. Generally it helps in the removing the excess oil of your skin, as well as sandalwood is an effective treatment for the reducing the sun tan. Then side by side, almond oil is also having the very good impacts or the utilizations. Almond oil can glow body as well as the skin, and it will impart the natural glossiness of your skin. It provides the vitamins and can stay fresh for the longer period, and it will remove the unwanted dull cells from the skin as well as from the neck, and it will avoid the acne problem as well as the drying problem of the skin. Then another one is the haldi and chandan. See, this haldi and chandan both are medicinal type of material. So this uh, both are having their utilization in the various kind of our pharmaceutical products. These both are help for the improving the natural gloss of your skin. This haldi it reduces the oil secretion. It is also having the ability to stop the sebaceous gland secretion or reduces the sebaceous gland secretion. Turmeric is the beneficial for oily skin. It regulates the production of the sebum, as well as the sandalwood will act as an astringent. So apart from haldi is having the another kind of utilization also as anti-inflammatory, as it is having the uh, very yellowish color. So naturally it will give the yellowish color to the skin. So it can improve the natural gloss, and it is traditionally utilized material for the improving the skin problems, to avoid the skin problems and to improve the skin gloss. Then blueberry and red berry is there. This kind of phytochemicals and antioxidants found in the fruit. Generally, it help for the neutralization of your skin. Then it stop the free radicals and further prevent the damage of your skin, as well as it help strengthening your blood vessels and healing the broken capillaries of your skin. Blueberries have the high concentration of salicylates, which is then salt of salicylic acid. Generally, this salicylic acid is widely used in the topical acne treatment purpose. It's having the ability to remove the dead skin, as well as it open the clogged pores and it act as against bacteria. So these are the utilization of the blueberry and red berry. So this kind of blueberry and red berry extract can be added to the your face wash. So then cleansers are there. Cleanser is a facial care product that is used for the removing the makeup, dead skin, cell, as well as the dirt and other type of pollutants from your skin. As well as it is used for the removing the your makeup also. Now charcoal cleanser is there. This is very much useful for the removing the your all kind of material. Generally it absorbs the your sticky material on its surface and it will give the very good action, cleansing action. It acts like a magnet to attract the adsorbed dirt. It protects the skin against the inflammation, then significantly improve the skin elasticity. It helps to remove the blemish. Then moisturizer already we have seen. Then fairness cream are also there with the vitamins. So fairness creams are, we can say, lightening type of cosmetic products, okay, which will give the little bit white tone to your skin or brightness to your skin, plus the ingredients and types of toothpaste. So definition of your toothpaste as well as the dentifrices. So these are the those preparations generally we are using to clean your teeth as well as to avoid the various kind of gum related problems. So they are called as the dentifrices. So these are the substances used with the toothbrush for the purpose of cleansing the accessible surface of your teeth. The basic or the main uh, intention behind the utilization of your dentifrices is that to provide the cleaning action to the teeth as well as to make the polish of your teeth or to give the shiny look to your teeth as well as to remove the stains on your teeth as well as to reduce the incidence of tooth decay. So for that purpose medicated toothpaste are available or the tooth powder are also there, and reduction of the oral malodors. Then there are different types of orders maybe due to the decay or due to the any kind of other problems. So to avoid the such kind of mal orders of your teeth or the mouth, we are using the various kind of dentifrices. Then mouth washes are also there. Then gargles and rinser are also there. Now, what are the basic ingredients of your toothpaste? So the first ingredient is required, that is the abrasive ingredient or the abrasiveness is there. This ingredient is having the 22 to 40% part of your total toothpaste or the tooth powder. So what is the utility of this ingredient? This ingredient is a solid as well as the insoluble particles are in nature, as well as it causes the abrasion or we can say friction with your teeth. So it can having the ability to remove the debris, stain and stick material from your skin, from your teeth. So basically we can say these are the solid insoluble particles with the little bit sharp edges and they are not soluble in the your water. So when we are rupturing or rubbing them on the your teeth surface, so they will give the we can say friction or the scratching type of action, and they will try to remove your stains with the help of surface acting agent. So this is the main ingredient of the toothpaste as well as the tooth powder. So this ingredient is responsible for cleaning the unwanted stains as well as the sticked material from your teeth. Then examples of such kind of abrasive agent are aluminum oxide, calcium pyrophosphate, carbonates like sodium bicarbonate and calcium bicarbonate and silica. So these are the different kind of examples are there which can be used as abrasive agent in your toothpaste. Then binding agent are there. Only in toothpaste we have to add the binding agents to keep all the ingredients in a good consistency or to maintain the required consistency of your preparation, we have to add the binding agent. So for that purpose, we are having the CMC, that is the carboxymethyl cellulose, as well as alginates, and different types of gums are there. So instead of the gums, we can use the such kind of polymer like carboxymethyl cellulose. So this gums is having the one problem that they can attract the number of microorganisms. So CMC is the, I think, very choice of ingredients as a binding agent. Then humectants we have to add into your preparation. Humectants are added to maintain the required moisture of your paste. Otherwise, your paste may become dry, because daily we have to open your toothpaste, so it will expose to the environment and it will lose its moisture. So after some period, it may become dry and you will not be able to utilize your toothpaste. So in the toothpaste, we have to add the binding agent and humectants. Generally 20 to 40% concentration of humectant is required. So it is used in toothpaste to prevent the loss of water and subsequent hardening of your product upon exposure to the air. It means it will increase the moisture and it will avoid the hardening problem of your toothpaste. The examples are glycerin, sorbitol, polyethylene glycol, mannitol, and propylene glycol. Then sweetening agents as well as the flavors are also required, as we are using it in the mouth. So tongue is exposing, tongue is feeling. So the taste should be a very acceptable one. So for that purpose, we can add the sweetening agent as well as the flavoring agent. So it improves the taste as well as the attractiveness as well as the flavor of your preparation. Generally 2% concentration is a sufficient one. Generally sodium saccharin, sorbitol, mannitol, xylitol can be used as a sweetening agent. Nowadays saccharin is avoided as it is having the ability or tendency to cause the cancer. So that's why nowadays sodium saccharin is banned. Only sorbitol, mannitol, xylitol, or some glucose or the sugar can be utilized. Then flavoring agent like peppermint oil, then spearmint oil can be used depending on the your depending on the choice of the manufacturer. Anyone can be added. Then another important ingredient of the toothpaste is there, that is the surface acting agent. So it is utilized in 1 to 2%. So these surface acting agents are having the two types: primary surface acting agent as well as the secondary surface acting agent. The primary surface acting agent is having ability to lose the bond between your stain and the teeth. So it will try to lose the bonding of these stains, and in the presence of or with the help of your abrasive agent, it will be easy to remove that stain. So the surface acting agent will help to lose the bonding between the stains and the teeth, and abrasing agent will replace that material from the teeth surface. So with the help of surface acting agent as well as the abrasing agent, it is possible to clean the teeth very easily. So there are the two types of surface acting agent. Primary surface acting agent is having the uh, lowering the surface tension, and secondary surface acting agent can be added to produce the extra foam or the excess foam. So this production of the foam is nothing but we can say always helping, or it will support to your primary surface acting agent, as well as it will satisfy the desires of the your consumer. When the foam is produces in excess form, then user also will get satisfaction. So in the surface actant, we can have the sodium lauryl sulfate, then sodium and lauryl sulfate, then polyethylene glycol. So any one ingredient can be utilized as a surface acting agent or the combination of the surface acting agent. So depending on the requirement, we may utilize the primary surface acting agent or the only secondary surface acting agent also. Then special kind of ingredients can be added like fluoride actives. In case of adult type of preparation, we can use the 1000 to 1450 parts per material. So in case of child type of toothpaste or the tooth powder, so it should be less than the 1000 ppm parts per material. This kind of fluoride will utilize to increase the resistance to the enamel solubility. Generally, when we are taking the your toothpaste or the mouthwash, so here it may cause the solubilization of the enamel or the erosion of the enamel. So in the presence of this fluoride, we can have the some kind of resistance toward the uh, solubility of this enamel. Enamel is the protective layer of your teeth. Once the enamel is get dissolved or erode, then your it is not a regenerated one. So that's why the teeth may not be supported or the protected by the your enamel, and it will be open for the microbial attack. Then the ingredient like fluoride supply are the sodium fluoride, sodium mono fluorophosphate, then stannous fluoride is there. Then apart from this, preservatives are also important ingredient of your toothpaste. Generally, in case of toothpaste, as we are using the binding agent and we are maintaining the little bit moisture of your toothpaste, so here microbial attack may be possible. So to avoid the microbial attack and to preserve their preparation for the longer period from microorganism, so preservatives are necessary to be added. So less than 1% or 1 to 5% concentration of preservative is sufficient for the prevention of the growth of microorganism. So in the preservatives, we can use the sodium benzoate, alcohols, various kind of derivatives of alcohols can be added as a preservative. Then types of toothpaste. Generally, different types of toothpaste are available nowadays in market. Anti-caries toothpaste is there, or the anti-cavity toothpaste is there. So to avoid the caries problem or to avoid the cavity problems in the toothpaste, we are having the different specific type of toothpaste. Generally, in such kind of toothpaste, we can have to use sodium fluoride, and another is there, that is the plaque and gingivitis type prevention and toothpaste. So in this, sodium lauryl sulfate, triclosan, zinc and stannous ions are there. So these are the ingredients we have to use to avoid the plaque and gingivitis of your teeth. So it is the special utility is there, that is antibacterial, and it prevents the formation of the dental plaque. The marketed product example is the clinical gum protection is there, that is Criset Pro Health. One example is there. Then tooth whitening type of toothpaste are there, which are specially prepared for the brightening of the tooth. So here generally we are using the papain and dimethicone as ingredient, and when we are adding this kind of ingredient to this toothpaste, it is having the uh, either higher averaging value than the normal toothpaste, and mechanically they remove the food as well as the stains of your teeth which are produced due to the smoking and any other kind of reason. So these are the papain and dimethicone, two ingredients we can use. Generally in Colgate, these both ingredients are present. Then sensitivity type of toothpaste are there. So sensitivity type of toothpaste contain the, or we have to add the ingredients like potassium nitrate, then strontium chloride and potassium citrate. Then it having the ability to desensitize your relief or the your sensors by closing the dental uh, tubes or the tubules. So these kind of agents will avoid the sensitivity of the cold as well as the hot type of things when you are chewing them. So this Colgate type of Sensodyne is there example. So this is available in market. Then another type of toothpaste are there, that is the tartar control toothpaste is there. It contains the pyrophosphates. Generally, this kind of tartar is having the ability to reduce the new tartar buildup. Whatever the existing tartar or the stains are there, so suppose they are very difficult to remove, so this kind of tartar control toothpaste is having the ability to avoid the development of the further or the new type of tartar. Then fresh beach toothpaste are there. Fresh breath toothpaste are nothing but the having the we can say advanced flavoring agents. So peppermint and spearmint as well as menthol we can utilize, and to improve the we can say little bit attractiveness of your toothpaste, or the we can develop it as a good flavoring agent. So in this we can add the antibacterial agents also, like Colgate Max Fresh is there. Then what are the anti-caries agents, or how they are preventing the your caries problem? Generally, caries are developed on your teeth surface because of the acids. So fluorides, they are considered to be a most effective caries inhibiting agents, and almost all toothpaste today contain this kind of agents. The most common form of this fluoride agent is the sodium fluoride as well as the monofluorophosphate. So fluoride is most beneficial in case of your toothpaste. How they stop your decay? Generally, I have already told you that decay or this kind of plaque or is we can say cavities are developed on your teeth surface. It be due to the presence of bacteria. So this kind of bacteria generally, when they are alive state, they will secrete the acids and they can develop the plaque. When we are drinking the food as well as we are drinking any kind of sugar containing preparations, so the bacteria within the plaque or bacteria present already in your teeth may develop, or they get growth, and rapidly they will develop the secrete the acid, and they will develop that acid into the stain form. So generally, the presence of food also contains the sugars. So the modification of that sugar also occurred by due to the presence of bacteria. They will metabolize that sugar and convert into the acid. So the same acid will also form the we can say stain on the surface of the tooth. So it is necessary that should be removed or neutralized by your saliva very immediately. But during night time or sleeping time, they may not be get neutralized properly, and some amount may deposited in the form of plaque on the teeth. So such kind of fluoriding agents will help to remove the such kind of plaque by demineralization process. Generally, mode of action of this kind of fluoride is that it consists of calcium phosphate based material or the crystalline mineral called as the hydroxypatate. So HAP, that is the we can say uh, derivatives of the fluoride material. So they will act on the enamel, and fluoride is the incorporated into your material, into your toothpaste in the form of FAP. So this form of enamel is harder than your naturally occurring HAP, and it is resistant to your decay. The most important anti-carriage effect is claimed to be due to the formation of calcium fluoride in plaque. Whatever the plaque or the caries are developed, so this kind of fluoride material or fluoride agent present in your toothpaste, they will deposit into the your plaque as well as the caries, and they will try to give the coat on the your enamel, and they will avoid the exposure of enamel to your food products. Then another is the mouthwashes are there. Mouthwashes are also we are using for the rinsing of your mouth, or to avoid the bad odor of your teeth, as well as to avoid the various kind of tooth problems. Generally, mouthwashes contain the antiseptic agents as well as the deodoranting agent as well as the refreshing agents. Generally, they are designed to reduce the oral bacteria as well as they will remove the food particles. Then they will stop the temporary bad breath and they will provide a pleasant taste to your mouth. Generally, mouth rinses are classified either cosmetic or the therapeutic or the combination of the both. Nowadays, what are the toothpaste, tooth powder, mouth rinse as well as the gargles are there. So they both are medicated one and non-medicated one. Generally, whatever the cosmetic rinses are available, they are help to remove the oral debris before and after the brushing. They will help in temporary suppressing the bad breath or they will avoid the bad odor. They will diminishes the bacteria in the mouth and they will refreshes the mouth with the pleasant taste. Generally, therapeutic type of mouthwashes are also there. They containing the antimicrobial agents as well as the other kind of ingredients also. Depending on the utilization, we can have the different type of mouthwashes also. Generally, in case of surgery of teeth also, we have to utilize the mouthwashes as well as gargles.